Ciao ragazzi, I'm Chef Roberta and today we're gonna make an amazing vegan lasagna. Ragazzi, the ingredient for the vegan lasagna. Today we're using a vegan pesto made with kale. Please check our recipe. And we got the vegan bechamel. As well, you're gonna find the video on how to make this delicious vegan bechamel step by step. Then I'm gonna add some pine nuts. It's really nice to add some crunches to your lasagna. And then I'm going to use vegan cheese today. And of course, you need to make the lasagna. So let me show you how to prepare them. Ragazzi, I have prepared my lasagna. If you want to see the recipe on how to make the pasta bianca, the vegan pasta, please check on our channel. And also you will find a video on how to cut the lasagna with the pasta machine. So I have already created my lasagna, guys. Now I want it to cook for just a minute. So first of all, the water is ready. First of all, guys, remember the salt into the water. So a good handful of salt. We wanted the pasta and actually we want the water to taste like the Mediterranean Sea. Don't forget, guys, the water is now ready. I'm going to start to cook my lasagna. It's literally take a minute. I will cook for a minute and then, guys, I will place in ice cold water and then straight away on a clean cloth in order to dry completely the lasagna sheet. So I don't put too many lasagna, guys, because I want it to keep it pretty, I want it to keep in shape. Once we start to add too many lasagna sheet, you will see that into the pan they're gonna start to get all together and then it will be difficult for you to separate. So literally a minute and then we are going to take from the hot boiling water to the ice cold water to then stop the pasta to continue to, the lasagna to continue to be cooked. But we want it to at least, give it a little bit of consistency and straight into the cold water. So as I say, guys, it will keep the shape and it will just, anytime I do fresh lasagna from scratch, I always prefer it to cook for just a minute before I prepare the lasagna. Of course, you can use the dry lasagna. It is most of the time the one that comes into the packet, the dry one, is already vegan because it's used only semola and water. And we carry on until all the lasagna, they are going to be cooked. From here, guys, I'm going to now leave it on a clean cloth. So I just let the lasagna to cool down completely. Leave it to dry and you carry on like this until you complete all the lasagna. And now, ragazzi, that I have showed you how to prepare your lasagna, we can bring all the ingredients together and assemble this delicious dish. So we start with a little bit of kale and the pesto. We spread all around the tray. And then we're gonna add, just to do the base of our lasagna. Then we're going to also add a little bit of bechamel. Oopla, I always make a disaster. So we spread just a little bit of bechamel around. Sorry about the noise. Another full tablespoon. It would be a great idea, Roberta, if you just move the bechamel here. Yeah? It's gonna be fantastic. So another bit of bechamel, so we love it when it's really nice and creamy. And now, guys, we started to basically one by one we start to create this beautiful layer of lasagna and more pesto and more, like my lasagna, as you can see, guys, they're all different. I didn't really pay too much attention or cut it on the same side, which is absolutely great. As you can see here, I have a small space, which this will cover too much the full tray. So guys, no stress, we can just cut it. So we take a knife and I'm just gonna cut it a little bit. And so I can fill up this gap here, and then I can also continue to, so you can literally, you know, see is based on the tray that you're gonna have available into your kitchen. So the first layer is done. Now I want you to build again with the pesto, with the bechamel. We're gonna add a little bit of pine nuts and of course the vegan cheese. And don't forget, guys, you can use many other pesto. We have a lot available on our channel. You can do maybe with classic pesto. You can do with sun-dried tomatoes, or why not pistachio pesto. It's really, really good as well. So we continue with more bechamel. As I say, I absolutely love bechamel, which is going to give a lot of creaminess to my lasagna. I'm going to mix all together. And then we continue with a little bit of cheese, guys. Well, it's difficult for me to say a little bit of cheese because I love when it's nice and cheesy. Yes. Guys, I'm going to add some pine nuts. You can add also some walnuts, or you can go for hazelnuts. I prefer the pine nuts because they really remind me. It's most of the time the pine nuts are the one that we use for pesto in Italy. So I go for that today. We got a larger one, so I probably gonna fit all over. Look, guys, I'm so good at that. And just in case you got the gap, don't worry, you can fill the gap. You can cut a little bit of extra lasagna and put it on top. And we continue to build, guys. Again, the pesto, because the pesto is pretty, I will not say dry, but it's firm on the consistency. So, and don't worry, because then once it goes into the oven with the cheese, it's gonna melt, and also with the bechamel, you're gonna have a completely different consistency, yeah? So let's carry on and finish off this amazing lasagna. And the queen of every lasagna, guys, is the bechamel. And we put a little bit more. Now we're trying to spread on top of the pesto, and also to cover all the layers so the pasta doesn't get too dry in the oven. Again, cheese. Go for it, guys. Don't be shy. Some more pine nuts. And we carry on until we complete all the lasagna. Normally I do 5 to 6 layers, so I have a really nice and big portion of lasagna. Ragazzi, our lasagna is almost ready. I got the last layer. Can you see the layer from here? These are so nice. And I'm going to finish off all the, I got also a bigger spoon. I prepared the bigger spoon and I'm using the small one, Roberta. But I want to get everything clean from the plate, because one thing we love to do and is wasting no food. So we are going to leave it all the pesto on top. It smells amazing. I have got a little bit of bechamel left just to make it richer. If you think it's too much, you can then using for another recipe. But normally when I have about half liter of bechamel, that will be enough for a tray like this, which is for 4 people. So I'm just going to get it a little bit over the... It's nice sometimes to, you know, remind the ingredient that the lasagna is made. In this case, it's with bechamel. Then we're gonna finish to also finish off with some pine nuts. Oh, that looks so nice. Actually, before the pine nuts, guys, let me show you a really nice grated vegan cheese on top. Let's go for a little bit more. That's just my oven that is ready, yes, I know. I'm going to put then the lasagna straight into the oven. A little bit of more pine nuts to put it on top. These are really nice because they're gonna get toasted, and they slightly change the flavor when they are toasted. Guys, the vegan lasagna with kale pesto is now ready. You can go straight into the oven for 20-25 minutes, 180 up to 200. Ragazzi, the vegan lasagna is now ready. Let's plate it. As I told you before, this is, I would say it's really a good 4 portions of lasagna. So I'm gonna simply cut it in 4 and then straight into the plate. I can smell the pine nuts, as I told you guys. So once they get really nice and toasted, they really get all the flavor out. Look at this, guys. Fantastico. Just got a little bit more at the bottom. It is part of this portion, and guys, it's simply amazing. Let's try it without burning myself, because you know, most of the time that's what I do. So, oh, that's so nice, guys. You can see all the bechamel. Guys, it's really tasty. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe to the channel for more recipes. Ciao ragazzi!